Greetings everyone, I am playing the Destiny Alpha and I thought for this video I'll give you guys a full tour of the tower. So I'm just going to be visiting all the different vendors and explaining what each one does and showing off the different features of the tower. So right now I'm on what is essentially the main menu. This is where you return to after every mission, and it's also how you access the director. So let's pick our location, the tower, and let's go. So here we are, the tower, and as you can see this place is absolutely gorgeous. We've got the Traveller right over there, and you get a really nice overview of the city. You've also got the wall down there, and yes, you can jump on these things. Like, you actually have quite a bit of freedom in the tower, it's not all just fenced off. And yes, you can jump off and die, but I'm not going to. There is no penalty for dying, at least in the tower. But let's not. So our first stop is at the Special Orders. So I'm not exactly sure what this is. I believe these are some sort of like special missions, but they're not in the alpha, so I can't really tell you. Although I think you have to do something for the Vanguard in order to receive special missions, because sometimes like you'll hear the characters talking as you pass by. And I remember this character talking about the Vanguard and saying how you're not on the list. So, yeah, I guess you have to do something for the Vanguard in order to receive these special orders. Next, over here, is the Postmaster. This is where you can receive messages. Everyone who played in the Alpha would have received a thank you message from Bungie for helping them test the game. But I've already read the message, so it's no longer there for me. And sometimes you can actually receive like special items after missions. So like, if I was to complete the strike, I could come here and I might have an item waiting for me. So that's kind of nice. Next is the Bounty Tracker, which is pretty self-explanatory. This is where you accept bounties. Now you have two different types of bounties. Crucible bounties and Vanguard bounties. Crucible bounties are basically like multiplayer challenges. So for example, this one is earn 50 assists, earn a Legend Medal, and earn 5 Enforcer Medals. And as you can see, you earn Crucible Reputation and some experience. Now, Crucible Reputation can be used to obtain Crucible Marks, and Crucible Marks can be used to purchase special items that can only be purchased with Crucible Marks. And Vanguard bounties are a bit tougher. So this one is kill 100 enemies with precision damage. This one is kill 10 fallen mages or ultras, and kill 20 enemies without taking damage from them. So yeah, and like another example would be like complete a strike without dying. So these are quite tough, and these ones work in a similar way. You earn Vanguard Honor, which can be used to increase your Vanguard marks, and these can be used to buy very special items. But a lot of them are very high level, so we can't purchase them in the the alpha. Next is a lovely tree. Next is the Gunsmith, again pretty self-explanatory. This is where you buy guns. You can also purchase ammo, so you've got primary ammo, special ammo, and heavy ammo. Heavy ammo is quite expensive. And this stuff goes to your inventory, and you can use this whenever you want, so it's not just like purchase this and instantly refill your ammo. You can stack these items and use them for later, like save them in your inventory. So that's pretty cool. As you can see at the bottom here, it says stock refresh 37 minutes. And what that means is, in 37 minutes, all these items will be swapped out for new guns. So if you keep coming back every now and then, there'll be new items in store. So sometimes they'll see like some uncommon items. Right now these are all just basic items, so they're not very good. I also like this little stand that he's got going on here. Like his weapon racks. And every vendor seems to have like their own logo and banner, which I really like. Bungie put a lot of detail into this. Down here is the vault, and this is where you can store items. Now, items that you do store in here can also be you can also access these items with your other characters. So you can trade items between your characters. However, you cannot trade items between other players. And next is the Cryptarch. Now basically what these are is when you're out in the wild and you kill enemies, you can sometimes earn encrypted engrams. Enemies will drop them. And you take them to this guy who will decode them for you. And they're basically just like blueprints for weapons. And you never really know what you're going to get. They're usually kind of random. So for example here I've got a primary weapon engram. So I will ask him to decode that for me. And I just got the Sparrows GPS 32 weapon. You also have a Cryptarch rank. And you increase your Cryptarch rank by bringing more items for him to decode. And the higher your Cryptarch rank, the more rare items you can get from the store. A lot of these are just basic items. This one requires a Cryptarch rank 1. I'm currently level 0. So let's see that item I just got. See, I got the pulse rifle, 75 attack. And as you can see, that one is an uncommon item. It is better than all these other guns that I've got here. Right, so first, let's head down to the Hall of Guardians. So over here on the right, we have the Crucible Handler.
Let's do this.
Now, just look at this guy. He is majestic as fuck. You also have a Crucible rank, which can be increased by earning Crucible reputation, which can be earned by playing multiplayer, basically. And this guy sells a lot of rare items. These are all level 20 legendary items. Now, before the alpha, we hadn't heard of legendary items, so I'm not really sure where legendary ranks in terms of rarity. I'm not sure if it becomes before exotic or after. So right now we have basic, common, superior, exotic, and legendary items. And uncommon items, which is a new thing.
Get back out there.
Over here is the Crucible Quartermaster. This is where you can buy very high level Sparrows. You can also exchange materials in order to obtain Crucible marks. So right here, 36 out of 20 spin metal. I can exchange 20 spin metal for 5 Crucible marks. So I will exchange that. And I just earned some XP and some Glimmer as well as plus 50 standing for my Vanguard rank. You also have some other materials such as Relic Iron, Helium Filaments, and Spirit Blue. Now here is the Vanguard. You have the Warlock Vanguard, the Hunter Vanguard, and the Titan Vanguard. Now, we're not exactly like 100% sure on what the Vanguard is, but it seems like just they're some sort of elite group or some sort. So I am a Warlock, so I will visit the Warlock Vanguard. Up here is my my Vanguard rank, and these are some of the items she sells. Now these are the rarer items which I cannot afford. So let's take a look at this one. That is pretty sexy. You have the Warlock Bond, Song of the Light. So as you can see, it's right there on my arm. Let's take a look at the robe. Eclipse Maw. Nice. And yeah, a lot of these items we can't purchase because you need to be at level 20, and the level cap in the alpha is level 8. So yeah, it's basically one big tease, really.
Stay safe out there.
And of course, if you use the hunter, if you use a hunter, you'd head to the Hunter Vanguard, and if you use a Titan, you'd head to the Titan Vanguard. Now this is the Traveler's Walk. I'm not exactly sure what this is, or if it's like, I'm not sure if Traveler's Walk is just the name for it, or if it means something else. Like, I'm not sure if this area serves a special purpose. But right now it's just this window, and you get a really nice view into this valley. Like, I could just sit here for hours and stare out. It's really cool. And sometimes you'll see like ships fly over. It's gorgeous. Right, next we will head to the Tower North. Alright, so this section of the tower is called Tower North. If we take a right, down here is the Guardian Outfitter. And this is where you go to buy emblems which can be displayed on your nameplate in the roster. So you also have shaders as well. These are all level 20 items. Now, I don't believe these shaders are actually working right now. Or they work, but I don't have the requirements in order to view them. So I can preview them, but I can't actually see the effects of the shaders. So that kind of sucks. And you have quite a variety of emblems. These emblems also refresh after a certain amount of time. And now emblems can be viewed if you go to the roster. This is the one I'm currently wearing. Over here on the left is New Monarchy. Now this is one of the 5 factions. Now I've already made a video showing off the different faction armor, so if you'd like to go view that, I'll have a link in the description. There'll also be an annotation somewhere on screen. So I'm not going to go through all of this armor right now, but I will give you a quick look at what sort of items you can purchase. So a lot of this is just New Monarchy themed weapons and armor. That is pretty badass. I want that. And you also have New Monarchy reputation. If we head over here, we have this thing. I don't know exactly what this is yet. But up here, up these stairs, is the speaker, voice of the traveller. Now, I really don't know who this guy is now. It's quite mysterious. But I guess we'll learn more about him later. So yeah, this guy sells some really rare items. And these all require something called a Mert of Light, which I'm not exactly sure how you obtain just yet. I don't even know if you can get them in the alpha yet. But yeah, this is some really high level gear. And some emblems as well. And yeah, he just sells like class specific items. Like, look at that thing. That is an absolute beauty. Seal of the Twin Eagle. Some really cool names for the armor in this. White polygon construct. So these are all like holographic bonds. And these items also swap out every now and then.
Return to the fight.
If we jump down here, there's nothing over here, but you do get a really nice view of this city, and you can just chill out on this ledge. It's really nice. Like, I like how Bungie have designed the tower. It's not just a place to buy guns and armor. Like, it's a place you can actually go to and relax and just have peace. You can just sit down and stare at the traveller. Look at it in all its beauty. It's absolutely stunning. Alright, next let's head over to the other side of the tower. So this section is the tower hangar, and this is where you purchase ships and Sparrows and all sorts. So this is the Vanguard Quartermaster, and this guy sells Vanguard items. So these guns all have the Vanguard logo on them. I think these are some of my favourite guns. It's a shame you can't get these right now. And you also have a Vanguard Sparrow. Pretty cool. And you can also exchange materials for Vanguard marks. So if I had 20 spin metal, I could exchange them for 5 Vanguard marks.
The Vanguards, thank you.
Over here is the faction Dead Orbit.
Are you with us, Guardian?
It's pretty much the same as what you saw in New Monarchy. This is just all Dead Orbit gear. As I said, I've already made a video about this, so you can go check that out if you want to see all of this armour. Hood of the Exodus. Nice.
Tell the others about
Down these stairs is this place. Now this is pretty cool. This is in the back of a spaceship, and it's just like a little place to hang out. It's really cozy in here. Like, you've got a lovely fireplace. There's a map with hunter knives thrown in them. And I should point out that these hunter knives weren't thrown by players. This is just detail. You've got a hunter helmet on the desk there. Some sort of vault or something. And up here, these are like trophies. So you've got a Cabal shield, a Cabal gun, Vex armor plates, a fallen weapon, and some sort of skull. Now, judging from all this hunter stuff, like the hunter banner, the sniper rifle, the hunter knives, and the hunter helmet, this could be one of the class-specific areas.
Evening, Guardian.
Up here is the shipwright. This is where you purchase Sparrows and ships. Let's take a look at these. These are just some of your basic Sparrows, really. Like, they all have the same abilities, they just have different paint jobs. The Vanguard Sparrows, though, those have an extra ability which allows the Sparrow to strafe left to right. So that's pretty cool. These ones do not have the strafe ability. You've got ships. Regulus class 77. These are quite expensive as well, but they are pretty cool. These also swap out every now and then, so it's not always the same kind of ships. And finally, up here is the Future War Cult faction. Again, same deal as last time, just Future War Cult items. Now, I don't know what faction I want to be, but this weapon looks absolutely beautiful. I just want that thing so I can look at it. And it looks deadly too. 510 attack damage. And as you can see, all these high level weapons also have much larger skill trees than some of the lower level weapons. Like, most of the items that are available in the alpha only have a skill tree of about this big, so it forms like this T-shape. But this weapon has all these other extra abilities. And I'll be going in a lot more detail about that in another video. Hood of No Tomorrow. Sweet. And if you read the descriptions as well, you learn a bit about each faction, which is pretty cool. You can learn about their beliefs. So I believe that's about it. There are some closed off areas in the tower which I'll quickly go show you.
For something new?
So as you can see up here, there's this closed door, but you can see through the gaps, and there's a whole other section to the tower. And I reckon this will be available either in the beta or the full game. I reckon the beta. And I reckon the other two factions, Osiris and Seven Seraphs, are through there. So we'll get to see those in the future as well. I also noticed some locked doors over here. I'm not sure if these go anywhere, but they do have the Forces of the City logo on them. So I want to know what's in there, or if this is just for decoration. Also, it's like the town never really feels empty. It's like Bungie said, the game's a living world, and the fact that you get grouped with all these random players really adds to the effect. And to think that this is only alpha, this is less than 10% of the game. I can't imagine what the beta or the full game's going to be like. It's pretty incredible. So that is about it really. So thank you for watching, Guardians. If you want to see more videos like this from me, please like the video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I leave you with a dance.